If you would like to get a personalized tarot reading, or you simply want me to answer any of your questions, check out the link in the description and the pinned comment. I am only taking on clients on my official Etsy store, so if you see anyone in the comments with my picture and name telling you to message a certain number on WhatsApp, that is a scam. That is not my actual profile. Please don't fall for scams, including those who say they will bring your long lost love back and then charge you thousands of dollars. Hey there, what's up? I hope you're doing fine. Welcome back to The Divine. So, today's reading, we're going to be focusing on your life in a year from now. So it doesn't really matter when you're watching this. This is timeless. You can watch this anytime, and it's going to be 1 year from now, 1 year from the point of now, all right? And I'm going to be focusing on any kinds of messages that I'm going to get, and we'll see what you can prepare for, and we'll see what you're getting yourselves into. For today's video, I'll be using the After Tarot deck. It's pretty cool because it shows you the imagery of the cards after the event has taken place. I thought it would be a great deck for that subject matter. So this is number 1. Number 2. It kind of sucks because you already saw some of the cards. I might just not show you the shuffling process. The last pile. All right. These are our 4 piles that we're going to have for today's reading. I want you to please tune in with your intuition and select the card pile that you feel like has the right message for you, or if you feel drawn to multiple piles, you can also watch multiple. Just trust yourself on this one. No one can tell you what to do but yourself. Only you know deep down. Trust your inner knowing. All right. I think I'm just gonna leave them this way because I feel like if I don't put any charms on there or any crystals, you're actually going to use your intuition and not just pick the prettiest crystal. If you need any more time, please pause the video and I'm going to see you at your reading. You're going to find all the timestamps in the description and also on the chapter feature. So let's get started with the first pile. Just going to put these away for now. So this is our pile number 1. Hello there, thank you for tuning in. Let's see what the energies of your life will be like 1 year from now. Okay, also the reason I'm using the After Tarot is because it illustrates events after they've unfolded. So I figured we could see things after they've played out. Like, I feel like all of these things could play out in your life throughout the following year. And we'll see where you'll be at a year from now. I won't even lie, it's a lot of sword energy. It's very mental, and it's looking like you're pretty conflicted. Because the thing here is, you got everything you want. Because you're so ambitious, and you're kind of like thriving. I would say you're actually pretty successful a year from now. But there's something that keeps on growing inside of you. I'm almost getting like this dark cloud that hovers over you, and it keeps getting bigger and bigger because I feel like you might not be doing your shadow work a year from now. I won't even lie. Oh yeah, oh my god, I swear, I didn't even see this when I said it, but like, it makes perfect sense with a dark cloud hovering above him. These cards are still very limiting. I still don't see the whole picture, so let's just get some more out. But I'm seeing a year from now, you got everything you wanted because you finally said no to what was not serving you. You finally cut off the people that weren't serving you. But I feel like now that you did that, you feel sort of left alone, and you have all these inner conflicts, and you're thinking, well, was it really worth it? I don't know, because like everything I'm saying, I'm speaking as you in the future, as your future self. Was it really worth it? I don't know, because I feel like I've got so much success, but I also feel lonely a little bit because in order to get there, I had to cut some people off that were not serving me or supporting me on my mission. And it's like, yes, you're the winner, you won, but you left the people behind. And maybe I could use my gypsy cards. They're great for clarifying. So let's see, what is this situation about? Let's give us some more clarity. An officer. Officer, fidelity. Oops. We've got a letter, and we've got hope. All right. I'm honestly thinking you guys are in a position of great authority with your life. You pretty much have a lot of freedom when it comes to your job. I'm getting that this is very much focused on your personal life and on your work life as well. So you've got a lot of authority when it comes to your job. I feel like you guys might be a boss of some sort, or you might be self-employed, but you're on top. Like career and money, I don't think that's something that you're worrying about. For you, it's the mental struggle that's really getting to you in a year from now. Because I think also the reason that you're being shown this scenario is that you can recognize it right away when it does come up and prevent it, therefore. I like to say that tarot cards aren't necessarily a tool that predicts the exact outcome of your future, because by me telling you this, you can prepare for it and you can actually change it and you can actually change the outcome. But had you not heard this reading, this is what might have happened in the end. So I'm really thinking that you feel a little bit left alone by the universe almost in a year from now, because you realize what I'm getting is that money is not everything. Because for some reason, I'm seeing you right now, you might be focusing on money a lot, and you're getting that. You're very wealthy in a year from now. But let's get some, let me just ask to clarify, what is their financial status in a year from now? What is their financial status? Because I'm feeling that you're very well off. Let's see, financial status of this person a year from now. Yeah, so, there's a lot of money that you're earning from like a new source of income that you have, because over the course of this year, you sort of have this new innovative idea that brings you a lot of money. And it's almost like you learned this from other people. Maybe you've taken a course that helps you understand how this whole thing works. And now, since this is the after tarot, I would say you are beyond the learning stage, beyond the teamwork, because now you're working on this fully yourself. Like, this is something that you're going after by yourself, because now you have all the knowledge, or then you will have all the knowledge that you need to make this your full-time career, or make it part of your career, because you could honestly be having multiple sources of income from what I'm seeing. Yeah, it's something very creative, something that you are truly passionate about. And I do think your job is going to give you a lot of passion a year from now. So finances is definitely not something that you need to worry about. I'm not seeing any love messages either. But the big concern here is your own mental health. It's your own shadow that keeps on growing bigger, because let's take a look at what's happening here. Is this you or is this you? So we see someone that is not telling other people about their issues, about their problems. We see someone that is facing their inner demons. They have their eyes closed. They have them covered. They don't realize that they can take off their bandage and break free. So this could be you if you don't do your shadow work. So what that means is you need to make the parts of you that you don't realize that you have, such as addictions and bad habits, you need to acknowledge them and heal them. You need to work on them. Now, there's a lot of videos on YouTube on shadow work, so I would suggest you look that up, because if you've never heard of shadow work, honestly, it doesn't surprise me why you kind of like keep getting worse throughout the year. The only thing that I'm seeing, this to be about is like your mental health and how it keeps on declining if you don't do something about it. Because this could honestly be due to loneliness, because you feel like you don't really have anyone to relate to, because in all these cards, we see you being by yourself. Maybe you have a few animal friends, but all the people are very far away from you. Like no one's really close to you. And when they are, they don't see you for what you really are, or for what you're really struggling with. They don't see it, because it's always someone that has their eyes closed, that's not seeing eye to eye. So let's take a look with what's going on in your love life, maybe. I'm going to use these cards that I've had for so long. I even painted them myself, and you can see because it did not go as planned. Let's see what's going on in this person's love life a year from now. It's kind of hard to shuffle them because they always tend to stick together. I just need to make sure it's recording. Yes, it is. All right. Let's see what's going on in this person's love life. Okay, release your ex. So at this point in a year, you might be dealing with a breakup, or it's just that you're still not quite over that person. Whatever happened, you'll be a little upset. You'll be a little... Okay, so I think the reason that your mental health is declining because you don't tell other people about your problems, which is the big thing. And this way, you feel like you're okay with it, but you're not. And you keep on pushing your problems away or your sorrow away instead of facing it and talking about it. You're like, no, I'm fine. I'm so independent. I'm so strong. I can handle all of this. I don't care. I'm the best. This might be your attitude. And while that is true to some extent, if you don't face your emotions, they're not going to disappear. They're just going to become part of your shadow. And then at one point, when your shadow keeps on growing bigger, you won't be able to take it anymore. And then there's going to be this big tower moment. There's going to be this point of combustion where things are just going to collapse and it's not going to work out anymore. The Hermit, yeah. So that's going to be a time for you when you're very much by yourself, when you're seeking introversion. Now, please, I don't want you to think this is a bad reading, because it's not at all. Because only if I tell you about this stuff, you can actually become aware of it early and then catch it and then sort of change your outcome. So like, consider this as a warning, and as soon as you've done all that, like, recognize the shadow aspects of yourself. You're just swallowing it. You're just suppressing it all, not letting it come to the surface. But then at one point, you're going to vomit because you can't take it anymore. So the earlier you start working on this, the better it's going to get. And then honestly, I'd recommend you can even choose another pile, because if you do end up working on these things, it's probably not going to come this way anymore. And then you can choose another pile right now to see what your outcome could be if you start working on your shadow. I'm going to be honest, because a lot of this might have to do with your ex or someone that has really hurt you. Someone that has, you feel like, completely ruined you or ruined your love life, or so. Like, it's like you find it so hard to trust people because of that one person, or you find it so hard to open up again because of that one person. Well, this is a reminder that your friends aren't your enemies. You can tell them about what you're going through, because I'm just reading you as someone who never likes to open themselves up to anyone, to friends, to relatives. You always like to keep your problems to yourself, and when you do that, you suppress them. Okay? You can deal with problems yourself, but it doesn't seem like you're going this the right way. You're going about this the right way to me. To me, it just seems like you keep on suppressing everything. You think you're dealing with problems by ignoring them, by not dealing with them. As people like to say, time heals all wounds. Yes, that is true, but if you're not dealing with the wounds, they just seem to be fading away over time, and then at one point 2 years later they're all going to surface again because you never dealt with them in the first place. You never released resistance to these issues in the first place. Now the only thing I would say you should be doing is to look up what shadow work is and how to perform it, or consult someone who does shadow work. I'm not an expert with it. This is something that I've learned a lot about this summer and while I was gone. So yeah, I would honestly recommend you do that. And I don't even seem to be getting a lot of messages beside from that. I feel like this is supposed to be a warning. Honestly, these readings aren't as clear cut anymore. They're not supposed to be, okay, this is what's going to happen in 1 year. I just feel like I'm supposed to tell you this message, and then you should be watching another pile. If you claim this energy of healing before moving on with all these problems still stuck inside you. Imagine you have a cancer inside of you and you keep on walking your path with the cancer inside of you without it being removed. Your life's not going to get better just because you don't think about it, because it's just keep on growing bigger. That's the same thing with your problems. If you don't face them now, if you don't deal with them, they're going to keep on growing bigger. Because just because you forget about them doesn't mean they'll disappear. That's the message I'm getting. So let's get some final words. Yeah, the King of Wands. So he's extremely determined. And you see, I asked for an outcome, and this is the first card that seems sort of light, because these all seem very grim if you ask me. And this is also the second king that's coming up. So I feel like you need to balance, you need to transform your King of Swords energy into that of a King of Wands. That's what I'm getting. So I'm definitely getting that there's a very bright future ahead, like as long as you stay committed to it and motivated. And I do feel like this could be the start of something very great. And the thing with this reading is, I love how ironic this the universe always treats me, because I wanted to set an intention, what's your life going to be like in 1 year? And now I didn't fully answer that question, because I can't really predict your life in a year, because there's so much that's still uncertain. Are you going to confront your problems or just ignore them? Because there's something right now that keeps you halted, that keeps you stopped. And you're being told, just move on, but I don't think you're fully able to, because there's something that you still haven't healed from. And I don't like the quote that time is going to heal your wounds, because it will make you forget about them, but your subconscious is always going to remember. So I really need you to deal with this, whatever it is. It's very general. It might have been some sort of text message that you got, or a letter. I mean, who gets letters nowadays? But it might have been a message that you got that completely shattered something inside of you. It's like that the minute you got that text, or even a word of mouth, the minute you heard that, it's like something broke inside of you and you still haven't recovered from it. So this is about being committed to your healing, I believe. This is about staying true to it. Being hopeful, not giving up hope that you can do this. Because you are such a powerful being. And I'm thinking that you've kind of like cut off a karmic pattern here. You ended a karmic cycle. Maybe you were dealing with a karmic connection that was a negative influence for you. Someone that constantly put you down. Someone that told you how you're worthless, and you started believing these things. Now that's where you need to get healing, because that is not true. All right, I don't know if I should end it here. I honestly would recommend you guys to choose another pile as well, because this is sort of like a warning. It's not really where you're going to be in a year, because you're only going to be there if you don't take healing, if you don't take steps to your own healing. So if you do, it might look very different. All right, so I recommend you choose another pile and see what that one says, and maybe it's going to really align with where you want to go. This might be where you're at and where you're heading if you don't take the necessary steps to your own healing. All right, so thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, I would love if you subscribed. If you want to get a personal reading, check out the description. I will be doing them again very, very soon. I'm not sure if I'll be having my shop open by the time this uploads, but thank you so much for your support. It really means the world to me. Thank you. Group number 2, hello, welcome. And I hope you're excited for your new year, and we'll see what will be happening throughout your life this year and where you'll end up in a year from now. We'll see if there's some messages coming through. Wow, the Lovers, the Tower, the Chariot, and the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, sheesh. Now that's heavy. That's a very heavy energy. 4 important cards. Now 3 major arcanas and a court card. Oof, okay. So, it's a very heavy energy a year from now. I feel like this is sort of the story how events are going to unfold this upcoming year until eventually that point of the 1 year mark. That's not English, whatever, you know what I mean. So you are dealing with a very serious love connection. Your message seems to be focusing mostly on the love. Now let me just say, it's looking like your career is going extremely well. You seem to be the Queen of Pentacles, someone who is very abundant, and you're at the point of your life where you're acting as a teacher for others. You're very wise and generous. I see you a lot of times, you might be buying food for other people just because you have the money. You can afford it because in the year from now, you're extremely wealthy. Well, let's get somewhere. Let's ask about this person's finances and wealth in a year from now. What is it looking like? This person's finances in a year from now. Let's see. Yeah, 4 of Wands. I'm not sure if I want to read it as a reversal. I'm not sure what that would mean. But it's honestly looking like things are aligning with you in your work life. I would honestly like to say that this is an extremely positive outlook that I have for your work life, because I feel like it's going well now and it's still going to go well in 1 year. Like, I honestly don't really see anything changing. You're extremely abundant. If you're not rich now, you're going to be rich in a year from now with what you do. And rich doesn't always have to be being a millionaire. It can just mean that you are so happy with your job and you do what you love, and that's all that you need, you know? And you get enough money to buy everything you want. That's pretty much where I see you. Now, of course, you could end up being a millionaire, but I just see you being extremely happy with your job, and it also pays you well. At least lets you buy anything you want. I don't even see you having to make any changes regarding your career. I just see you doing some sort of like fine tuning. I feel like you already know what you want. You already know your what is it called? Your destiny. You already know the career that you're destined for, and you already sort of have it. I mean, it's not going to change that much. It's just that you're doing a little bit of fine tuning, as I said. You're doing the stuff that you feel like is necessary to make you go from efficient to even more efficient, because I feel like this year for you is going to be like about simplifying and just making things easier for you. I honestly could see you having other people work for you. Maybe you're a boss or something, but whatever. I feel like, okay, I'm getting a random message here. Let's shuffle some cards while I'm talking and maybe something wants to jump out. I'm getting a message that you're hiring someone. Okay, maybe you're self-employed. You don't have to be. I'm just throwing a lot of messages out there that I'm getting since it's a general reading. You're hiring someone to make things easier for you. Like, imagine if you're a YouTuber, you might be hiring an editor, or if you're, or you might be hiring someone to do your makeup and your hair, or I just see you consulting other people to help you succeed in your job. It could be as simple as getting your hair cut or getting a professional treatment so that you appear better in front of the camera. Now, I don't know why I'm getting camera. It doesn't have to be that. So I've got the moon. Yeah, with the Four of Wands in reverse and now the Moon, I'm just thinking a lot of hidden aspects are going to come to the surface. Before I say anything, I would like to ask about your love life, because I just want to make sure that what I'm thinking is 100% right. So let's ask, what is going on in this person's love life a year from now? Okay, I see. Wow, look at that. I don't even want to be the one to give you the news, but you can pretty much imagine what this is about. So a year from now, this is where the Tower moment comes in and the Lovers. So you're meeting up with who you think is your soulmate. Throughout the course of this upcoming year, you're meeting someone very special. It could be a soulmate, a twin flame, or maybe a false twin flame. And gosh, I hate giving these kind of messages, but let's be real here. It says that it's safe for you to love, which is even more confusing. At the same time, the love seems to be unrequited on one end. This could be either you or them, but you are dealing with someone very special that you would consider a soulmate, or maybe you're meeting a twin flame, or maybe you're reuniting with someone. The thing is, I'm getting, you're either having a very summer or wintry almost like vacation together with this person. And that's where you fall in love. And the thing that I'm getting here is that you fall in love with the memory of them, or with like the fancy dates, the fancy honeymoon of them, even more so than the actual person. Like you get to go a lot of different places with that person, and you think you're in love, which you might very well might be. But then as soon as you get back to like, get back home, or get back to this sense of being grounded, it's not that you stop loving them, but I feel like something just like collapses inside of you. And hidden things come to the surface. Now, this is the second pile in a row with not such a good love message, so I'm really getting a little worried here. The reason these cards come up, there must be a higher purpose. And I wish I could give you like this ultimate beautiful message, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. So if you don't want to hear it, just choose another pile. But I do feel like this is what you're meant to hear. Over the course of the next year, you're going to be meeting someone very important that teaches you lessons. Because for some reason, you're not at the ultimate stage of meeting your true soulmate yet. You need to meet yet another person who's going to teach you something about yourself. You are manifesting your soulmate, I can tell. You are trying to get closer to them. And I'm going to be clear again. It is very safe for you to love anyone that you end up meeting. Because I feel like, I'm going to be honest with you, you're going to realize that you're the one who cannot stay in this connection. You're the one who wants to sort of like end things. And I see you having a few red flags in the beginning. It's not really red flags, it's yellow flags. Things where you're thinking, oh, well, I can look past that. But then in the end, they start bothering you even more. And it's nothing wrong with them initially or inherently. It's not that they end up cheating or that they do something wrong. It's just that you end up feeling like, that connection wasn't enough. So I have to let it go because it's kind of like, it's not aligned with my highest good. But it's still important for you to have this connection because it teaches you something, okay? So I do see you letting someone go. The important thing is that I would like to point out, I think you're meeting this person while traveling, or you might be traveling together. And they become part of this trip, part of this travel. And when you are with this person, everything seems so exciting because you have this adventure to share together as the two of you. And that seems extremely beautiful in the moment. But like as soon as you get home, or maybe this ends up being a long distance relationship, you feel like it's not what it used to be. It's not the way that it was on when we were on vacation. Like my person is no longer the same, or I'm no longer the same. Because now the energy of us is very different. So that's what's so interesting about this. Now again, I don't see heartbreak. Let me set this straight. This just means that things just, they're collapsing because under the circumstances of the future point that we're looking at, those things, they're just not working out. But I don't really see any heartbreak, or because actually it's quite the opposite. You're moving on with grace. Like, you're the one who's able to move on from this. It's like, okay, I had to have these few weeks with this person, and we had an amazing time, but I have to realize that this might not be meant forever. And that's the energy of you. I see you actually, if anyone's hurting, and it might be them over you, I see you to be the one that's moving on, the chariot. You know that you are also, like, another thing that I'm getting, oh god, this is my first reading that I'm doing in a long time, and it's very exciting for me, but there's also a lot of energy that I'm trying to handle right now. At that future reference point that we are looking at, you're going to be thinking, well, it's not working out this way, and I'm just going to leave it open. So right now I need to focus on my career again, because you are someone that is very determined, and you might even say career over love at any time. And that's why you're so quick to move on from things, because you're always so career oriented, which there's nothing wrong with that. These are your values, and no one can tell you that's right or wrong. So in the end, I just want you to know it's the 11:11. Everything's divinely aligned. There's a higher purpose behind everything. So let's just get some clarification as to this situation. What is this person dealing with in a year from now? What are they dealing with? A marriage. Okay. That's interesting. And a widow. Okay, so you might be, this is either about you meeting someone that has been married, like a widow, or you breaking out of a marriage. Honestly, you might have initial thoughts as for marrying this person, but then in the end, it turns out that things aren't going as you had planned. And this is very much your choice. It's not that they leave you. It's more like you leave them behind because you have to. First of all, I'm getting this person is not aligned with your career path. You want someone that fully supports you and that you can sort of work together with. I don't know why it's so important, but I feel like your careers have to be in alignment. Your perfect partner's career needs to be in alignment with yours for some reason, and that just might not be the case here. Why are we getting a wedding? Come on. Okay, there's a baby. Okay, maybe you end up being pregnant by this person, or you impregnate someone else, or even if there's no pregnancy involved, the reason why you might feel the urge to marry is because maybe you are from a culture or from a background where it is unprecedented. It is unacceptable to have a baby outside of marriage, and that's why this pressure keeps on growing. Now also I'm seeing another scenario. You know, this is general, so I try to give as many options as possible. This person wants a baby, they want to have a family so bad, they want to marry, but you're not ready. So you're saying to them, I'm sorry, this is not what I want at this point of my life. Maybe you're still very young, figuring out your options, and you're just simply not ready. And as soon as they make their intentions clearer and clearer, you just can't take it anymore. You need to escape. And you need to move on from this. So that's another option that I'm seeing, okay? I'm seeing many different options with this. Let's get you another one. Yeah, we've got fortune. So, again, I feel like this is a big turning point in your life because this is a very mature energy and you're handling this in a very adult way, in a very mature way. And this whole experience also helps you to grow up. It helps you evolve. And that's the great thing about it. Let me just say this. You might be on a journey of finding your true soulmate, the one, the partner of your lifetime. And let me just say this, it might not be the first person that you end up dating, because in order to meet, I would like to say your soulmate is someone who has parts of your soul inside of them, right? That's why you're so compatible, because you originated from the same soul stream, okay? In the what's it called? Like in another dimension, in the what's it called? The hereafter? I'm not sure. Like what happens after death? You know, that plane, whatever it is. Your soulmate originates from the same soul stream, right? From the same soul family. But I feel like in order for you to be ready to meet this person that is truly meant for you, you're meant to go through a bunch of experiences. Because think back on your first love. Had you not had them, had you not had that heartbreak, you wouldn't be the strong person that you are today. And this connection is not about getting your heart broke, because I feel like you've already experienced that in the past. This is a connection that teaches you something else. Just quite what it is, I can't quite pinpoint, maybe because it's a general reading, but it has to happen in order for you to grow and evolve. And even if you do end up meeting that person and you're like, oh shit, that's the one that Dion talked about in his reading, just don't think about it too much. Don't even think about it. I'm just going to say, it is very safe for you to give your heart to this person and see where it leads you. I want you to figure it out yourself. But if it does end up being this way, don't be surprised. All right? So I hope I was able to give you a little more insight as to where your life is going to be in 1 year. For you, it seemed to focus mostly on the love aspect. I mean, what if you're in a relationship? I feel like interpreted this in a single sense, as if you didn't have a partner yet. But if you do, well, this might be what's going on with your current partner. I'm not sure. You be the judge, okay? So I hope this resonated with you. If you feel like there's something still missing, feel free to choose another pile as well, okay? So thanks for watching. If you would like a personal reading, check out my description. I'm not sure if at this point I'll have them open again, but I'm planning to. So yeah, let me know what you think down below. Like this video, and if you're new here, subscribe. Thank you so much, guys. Your support really means the world to me, okay? Mwah. Thank you. Hello there and welcome, pile number 3. Let's see what your cards have to say, and we're going to take a look at the energies of your life in 1 year from now. So we got the Page of Pentacles, Justice card, King of Pentacles, and King of Cups. Gosh, you've got 2 kings. I'm pretty sure we're out of all the kings, because 2 other kings came up in a different reading, which is interesting. There's so much king energy. You are finally bosses. Like, yeah, that's how it should be. Your reading seems to be focusing mostly on your work life. Okay, because there's something quite new that's only starting off right now. You only see this new opportunity, this financial opportunity right now. Okay, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I see a lot of you guys quitting your job and getting into something new that is more aligned with your life purpose, and you're doing that over the course of the next year. Or maybe this is about changing your major or changing what you're studying. But I see you making a great change that is necessary for your highest potential, because the way you're doing things now, they just can't continue like this. I see you having this great visualization, this great opportunity. Let's get some more cards in here. So, I just see you, yeah. Honestly, something that motivates you, or that has motivated you, I'm going to be honest, is money. I feel like what you are currently working or studying is because of the money that it will bring to you one day, maybe, okay? But the thing is, you don't realize that you can get money and pleasure, money and fun, something that you are creatively tied to at the same time. That is what you are yet to realize. You can have both of those things. You can have a job that pays you really well, because for some reason, I don't know, I mean, 4 out of these 5 cards are about money. So you are a very money-oriented person. You want to buy stuff. I feel like you are someone that wants to live a life of luxury for some reason, okay? Even if that's not you. Remember, this is a general reading. The core message might still resonate. Some time ago, you decided to start your job or whatever you're studying because of the motive, which is money. So, or maybe it was because of your parents, because maybe this is an energy that you have inherited from your parents. Maybe it is their energy that is saying, oh, I want you to earn a lot of money because only this way you can be successful, and any other way we're going to be disappointed in you. So maybe that's the energy here. I just see a lot of money in focus. Like you're not even thinking about love at the moment, which is funny. And you are actually going after your true life purpose that you are only finding now, or you will be finding over the course of the next year. So if you're still very confused as to what your purpose is, and if this does resonate, if you're stuck in something that might pay you well, but you're not really fulfilled, happy with, then hear me out. You're going to be discovering your life purpose very soon. You're going to realize that that's an opportunity for you because that life purpose does provide you with a job that not only pays you well, but that is also truly fulfilling to you. You're balancing logic, emotion, and it's like you're putting it all into one cup, like with the money, because for you, for some reason, you still separate pleasure and work. It's two separate things for you. Like your work is not your pleasure, is what I'm getting, or what you're doing right now is not fun to you. So what you're doing is you're mixing them all into one cup, and you'll realize that you will live one lifestyle, which includes it all. You're going to live with what brings you fun and money. It's the same thing because there's no more going to be this distinction. But there needs to be this moment of justice. You need to have the courage to change, what you're meant to go after. Oopsie. Let's see what these cards say. Wow, another page. This is beautiful, okay? So you have this mental realization that you would like to move on from things. And I feel like part of this is because you're such an ambitious soul that I feel like you can work very well under pressure, and you're someone to reform other people. And this might be something that you haven't realized about yourself, but you are what's the word for people who persuade others? That's what you are. So honestly, you got double king energy, bro. Like that's heavy. Like that's really heavy. That's really good. I'm honestly getting you could be end up being some sort of teacher, some sort of guide. You could be some sort of expert in a certain field, which you're truly passionate about. And imagine if it was movies, it would be that you're the director of all things, or you're the speaker, the teacher of all things, okay, that you know of. Or I just see you being the highest position possible. You're the boss, okay? So whatever you're passionate about, just apply that there, okay? So let's get some clarifiers. What is this person dealing with in a year from now? What is this person dealing with? Your own thoughts. So I'm just feeling the longer you wait, the longer you end up thinking about this. I don't think this is something that you're ever going to let go or allow yourself to let go, because your higher self, if it's not aligned with your life purpose, it keeps on thinking about it until eventually you let it go. There's a message for you. There's constancy. A widow. Okay, a widow. Okay, honestly, like, I don't know. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. I think widow, oh yeah, actually makes perfect sense. Like, you're a widow because it's not like you've lost a husband. It's like you've lost your old way of living. That's how I see it. It honestly makes sense. Constancy and a message for you. What is this message about? Let's see. What is this message about that this person is getting? Oopsie. Oh my god, a queen. So, heavy queen and king energy. Yeah, the message, I don't know how it's a message, but like, Queen of Cups is all about compassion. I feel like by taking on this new career path or taking on this new direction of life, you allow yourself to be more compassionate of others. Because by executing your career, you can you learn how to have compassion for others in a sense. Like imagine the example of the director. He learns by doing his craft to really look over every single person and see how they're doing and if their needs are met. And that's kind of like what you're doing. With a Queen of Cups, you're allowing yourself to really look at other people, because again, you're a boss. I mean, now I'm very much sure that you're some sort of boss in your expertise, in your field of expertise, because no one gets 3 court cards, especially kings and queens, without there being some underlying motive. So I feel like you might be going from an employee to an employer, or you might be your own boss. That could also be. So yeah, let's take a look at your love life. Let me just ask, what is this person's love life gonna look like in 1 year from now? Timeless. Haven't shuffled cards in so long. There's a retreat coming up. Oh my god, they're so sticky. They're so freaking sticky. I can't. Time to disconnect from the world. Honestly, I don't think you're too concerned about love. Let's see. What's this person's love life like in a year from now? Reconciliation. Religious factors. Heart-to-heart conversations. Some people from your past might be popping up again. Now, let me set this straight. Whenever the reconciliation card comes up, people start thinking, oh no, my toxic ex is gonna come back, who I completely made my mind up about, who I no longer want to be in contact with. Well, then it's not gonna be about them. Reconciliation can mean that a few months ago, you talked to someone over a dating app, but it never ended up turning into anything. Then that person might be returning into your life, okay? This doesn't have to be like someone huge, and especially not if they're toxic. Like, I truly believe you're at a point of your life, maybe you want to wait until marriage. I'm getting you want to wait until marriage, maybe. Or like marriage is important and you want like something serious and not something lighthearted. I'm not sure. Again, this is a general reading because your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. You put a lot of value on, or at least spirituality if it's not religion, and you want like a partner who shares those beliefs. You could not with an atheist or with someone that's not spiritual. Like, I don't think it would work out because those are just your values and you're willing to trust the universe to bring that person to you. Honestly, the beautiful thing about this reading, about this pal, is in your love life, I don't see any sort of fear or like hesitation or like worry. It's all trust. And while I might not be seeing anyone specific here, you're just trusting in the process. That's all I can say. Maybe the fact that I'm not seeing anything is because it's going to be different for every single person, but let's see, is there any love messages for this person? Whoa, Knight of Wands. So the minute that something does happen, it's going to happen really quick. But honestly, I'm thinking the reason I'm not seeing anything, because 1 year, a lot can change within 1 year. Your next romance is going to happen really quick. Or even if it's a marriage, it's going to happen quicker than you expect. Let me get one more card for you, right, regarding love. You're just enjoying yourself, I feel like. You're just going out there meeting people. Oh yeah, you're definitely going to meet someone the traditional sense. That's what I'm getting. So you don't technically need dating apps because you're a lover. You're going to meet face to face in person, maybe at an event or at some sort of get together. Maybe they're going to be introduced to you by friends or family. I'm not sure, but you're going to meet them in a very social sense. So I'm really smiling because, like, I feel like you already feel this within you, but I just want to give you the confirmation. There's absolutely, even if it may be boring, there's absolutely nothing to worry about right now regarding your love life, because I feel like you still might be on a healing process, and you've healed already, I'm pretty sure, but everything's going to happen just as it's meant to and when it's meant to. So there's absolutely nothing to worry about. The universe is going to arrange everything for you. The meeting of that person, which I have told you, it's going to be at a social setting. It's going to be IRL, face to face, that you are meeting this person. So yeah, it's honestly really beautiful. I don't really have any specific love message. I think I'm going to be doing a love reading very soon. So yeah, if you haven't, be sure to subscribe to my channel to make sure you don't miss it. And I hope you did enjoy your reading. Let me know what you think down below. If you want a personal reading, check out the description. I'm not sure if I'm going to be having them open at this point of time when this video is coming out, but I am planning on doing personal readings again. So check out the description, and thank you so much for being here with me today. I really hope you have a great year, and I hope we see each other again very soon. Gonna get to the last group, which is group number 4. I just need to make sure it's still recording. Yes, it is. Thank you so much for joining me in today's reading. We're gonna take a look at your life 1 year from now. It's really exciting. A lot can happen in 1 year, and it's also sort of paradoxical, I'd like to say, because, like, imagine if I tell you something that's going to happen in 1 year from now, and then you end up not doing it, then it wasn't really true. I'm not sure. So the point is to give you an overview of the energies, what your life is looking to be like in a year from now. But then obviously any action you're going to take could change the outcome. So this could be a positive or a negative warning. You know, maybe I should rename this video as to "Are you on the right path?" I don't know. We'll see. Yo, I'm telling you 100%, I shuffled these cards very well, but this is what came out of your reading. So you got 2 knights and 2 aces. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I am getting a very clear message. I'm just sort of surprised because for this to happen is pretty rare. To get 2 knights and then 2 aces looks pretty fun. It's pretty interesting. So your life in a year from now, you're going to change your methods over the course of next year. And you're wanting to, like, try many new things, but you're also changing the way that you operate as of right now. Your current methods, as I've said. So let me explain a little bit. Right now, you might either be going too fast or you might not be moving at all. Whenever you're faced with challenges in life or with your work life in general, you want to get all the tasks completed as soon as you can. It's either that or it's you don't complete them at all. And what you are creating throughout the course of this year is balance for you guys. As you can see, you are turning from the Knight of Swords into the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Swords is extremely hasty. For some reason in your life right now, everything seems to be so rushed, and you always want to get everything done with so much detail. But I'm getting that for you guys, you're going to simplify. I also got this in another pile. This year, you are going to make things easier for you, where you can enjoy them a lot more. Because look at the imagery. Which one seems to be enjoying their life a lot more? The one that's in a haste all the time, or the one that's just, like, riding on their horse, and they're both very happy. So you're making a very important change in your work life that benefits not only you, but also your main, how do I say, like, maybe the people that you're around, they're going to be able to tell that you're a lot more happy with the way that you're operating. And I feel like you have a very important, like, imagine a horse that you need to perform your work. There is something that you need for your job, for your work. For me, in my case, it will be tarot cards. So if this reading applied to me, I would be improving my relationship with my tarot cards and therefore get better results. Now you need to apply this to your life. You are improving your relationship with your main, is it an item? Is it a person? What are you working with? You are improving that relationship with this energy, okay, of this thing or person. I'm not sure what it is for you, but by improving your relationship with what it is that you are working with, you automatically become better, and things become easier. Because now I'm going to give this example again. If this was applying to me, then this would imply that I would have a terrible relationship with my tarot cards, and we would never get along. Like, I would be thinking one thing and they would show me the opposite, and things just aren't working out that way. Now this is what your life might be. You're trying to do one thing, but then it ends up being the other. And what you're doing throughout the course of this next year is to really find the right pace and to, like, I'm getting strengthening relationship, okay? Yeah, I've said that many times, so I think you're getting the gist of it. And yeah, let's focus on this. We've got the Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Swords. In a year from now, there's going to be plenty of new opportunities for you, financially and mentally. Mentally, in terms of new ways of thinking, new approaches to things, what we've already talked about. The way you're working now, it cannot continue, and you know that. The way I have been working, not uploading, that cannot continue, so I need a new way of thinking. With you guys, it's pretty much the same thing. Like, the way you've been doing things, you're going to reevaluate over the course of next year, and you're going to find the perfect, what's the word that I would like to use? Like, you're just going to glide, you're just going to slide through so effortlessly, so smoothly, like you can get all the work done every day and never worry about what you have to do tomorrow, because you're so efficient with your work. Now, I don't know how you're doing this, but this change is what's going to happen, and this is the most profound change of your life, changing your working routine or the way that you approach things. Now, there's going to be a lot of opportunities regarding you earning money as well. In a year from now, there's going to be at least one new source of income that you're having. Let's see. Let's ask the tarot cards. Okay, we got the World and we got the Ace of Cups. This is the third ace that you're getting. I promise you, look through these cards. They are very well shuffled. It's not like all the aces are together and all the pages are together. This is very much meant to be, and I know I don't need to prove myself, but this is like the first tarot reading I'm doing in so long. For you, it's definitely about new beginnings. I might even take it a step further and say, upon seeing these cards, you're just getting started with your new life. I mean, maybe for you, the New Year's resolutions you really are going to stick to them, and this 2022 year, or sorry, any year, I've told you it's timeless, any year that you're in is going to act as it's like a brand renewal. You're renewing your brand and you're renewing yourself and your core values. And you're seeing the world, you're conquering the world. For some reason, I'm getting that a lot of you guys are very, very famous, and you're going to be known worldwide for what you do. Okay, and that doesn't mean you have to be a celebrity. It's just that in your field of expertise, you are well known. Okay, so imagine if you're think physiotherapist, then you're going to be one of the most well-known physiotherapists of your town. And that is what fame could be to you. I'm just getting that you're very well known, okay? But for you guys, it's probably that you're well known around the world as well for something that you do. Maybe you're a best-selling author. I don't know. I'm just giving you guys many examples. But in a year from now, you're just very, very known. And this kind of fame brings with it so many new opportunities for you emotionally. You're going to be talking to people on that same level, on that same career level, who do the same things as you, who are going to understand, and your partner of interest is likely going to come from that same field that you are working. Ace of Swords, many new opportunities for your ways of thinking. You have access to so many valuable resources like books to help develop yourself. Honestly, I'm thinking you guys are going to start reading a lot more over the course of this year, and you're going to gain so much new knowledge. Like when you read something and you have this aha moment, like, aha, this is how I want to do things. And I'm going to apply this to my life from now on. Like, you have so many new revelations over the course of next year. This all comes with the inherent change of your work routine, or like the speed that you do things. Maybe you need to take a break if you've been constantly overworking yourself, you really need a vacation to really get yourself together and, as I said, gain some new knowledge, maybe through books. But it's not going to be the Harry Potter fantasy books I'm talking about. I'm talking about self-development books, those kind of non-fiction books that help you become a better person, that you're going to become really interested in. It could be spiritual, or it could be practical, whatever it is that you need to hear or need to read at that moment. It helps you really conquer the world. You guys are meant for something great. Let's see, what is this person dealing with in a year from now? There's an enemy. Oh, now the negative stuff keeps coming in. There's a lot of anger. Okay, let's see. And a journey. I'm just going to trust my intuition on here. There is someone who envies you because of how successful you are. And this angers you quite a bit because they like to spread lies and they like to make you look bad. I think, again, if you're the physiotherapist, then there's another physiotherapist who thinks they are way better at what they do, so they want to make your life a living hell and want to spread rumors about how you cannot give a proper back massage. Like, that's just an example, right? So there's just someone who's very, very jealous of you. And I feel like the only reason this is showing up for you is in order to prepare you for the fact that as soon as you're well known, there's going to be people who won't like you simply because of the fact that you did it and they didn't. Like, you're more successful than they are. And they cannot accept that fact. They want to let you know that. Also, I'm getting that you are, a year from now, you're kind of like traveling the world. You're seeing a lot of different places, maybe because your job allows you to do so. And yeah. Now, let's have a look at your love life. All of these messages seem to be pretty work-related. The only thing I got is that your lover is going to have the same career prospects as you do. Let's see what your love life is going to look like in a... Didn't I just say that? So, financial issues are a factor in your love life. And you're heading towards true love. That's the beautiful thing. If you don't already have it, you're heading towards it. Yeah, the finances and career card, this is so important. And the reason I'm mentioning this is because I see two people coming together and kind of like sharing, like imagine two YouTubers like dating. It's just so much easier because they both do the same thing. And it's like really beneficial for their for their career and their private life as well, because they understand what it means to be a YouTuber. So them dating just puts a huge weight off their shoulder. And whatever you do for your living, you're going to meet someone who does, it doesn't have to be the exact same thing, but it's going to be in that same kind of branch, in that same kind of field, because like they're going to understand what it means to like have that kind of career. Or maybe you're imagine if you were an adult film actor or actress. You're meeting someone who at least like accepts that for what it is and who doesn't hold a grudge. I'm just like getting that you might have a hard time dating because of your career for some reason. And that was just another example. Remember, this is a general reading, so I'm always gonna give many examples. So, what's this person's love life looking like in a year from now? Okay, there's definitely a new love coming in. I know this is not supposed to be a love reading. Whoa, soulmate, true love. Guys, this is beautiful. First of all, I want to congratulate you on your healing, because to me it looks like you have finally healed. It has taken you so long, but now you're at this point where you're ready to invite something new in. The universe doesn't want to tell me too much, but the universe is saying the next lover that you'll meet is probably going to be your soulmate, and it is going to be your true love. And I'm also getting that you haven't dated in quite a while, or at least not something meaningful, what you would consider meaningful. And the reason for that is because you know what you want. I feel like you've gone through quite a few relationships. Now it is the time for you to find your soulmate. And the only thing that I need to make clear is there's absolutely no way to force anything. If something's not working out, they're not the right person. With your soulmate, you're going to know right away when you meet them. And there's also absolutely no need to worry, because worry only creates fear and anxiety. You need to be sure that this person is going to come along. That's the thing here. You need to trust the process, okay? And I think that's exactly what you're doing. I don't need to tell you this, but just for those who don't trust it, you need to completely... I'm also getting, like, you don't even need to focus on love, because that is going to come naturally. Like, focus on this inherent change that you need to make, getting from haste to, I don't know why I don't have a better word than slide, man, but like, you know, just naturally, like, glide through life. I don't know. I don't really know a better word, so my vocabulary is like kind of limited sometimes. So you just need to like know that this true love that you're attracting next, it's going to come along when you're aligned, when you're doing what you're meant for. Because soulmates, they usually start unifying when they're both aligned, because soulmates also share shared life purpose in a way. The reason that they're so attracted to each other and they're meant for each other is because they have something greater also. Okay, maybe that's not the case with every soulmate, but with you it is. You and your partner, you're actually going to be partners in crime. This is going to go beyond a romantic attraction, because as I've said, something about your careers that resonates with the both of you. You can turn this whole world upside down. Like, everyone's gonna be so in awe with you. And maybe that's why everyone's jealous of you as well. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, maybe they see how perfect your life is. You have that partner in crime, the perfect job, and then that's where the jealousy starts. So maybe that's the reason why you're meant to prepare for this kind of like hatred and anger from other people. The only thing that you need to know is to let it bounce off you, to not let it affect you. Like throwing a tennis ball on a wall, it just bounces off. It doesn't stick. So as long as you don't let these things stick to you, just let them bounce off. You're gonna be fine. That's what I'm seeing. And honestly, I think that's pretty much what you need to know. Let's get some closing words for you. So What else does this person need to know? Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot. I'm seeing death. I'm seeing this is truly the beginning of something new, okay? Your life is no longer how it used to be, and let me remind you, you are not defined by your past. You are not defined by how stupid and lazy and ignorant you were in the past. All of that doesn't matter because you truly have found a new way of living. Okay, those were over exaggerations, by the way. I'm not saying you were, but if you feel that way about yourself, that does not define you because you are truly have made an effort to start this new life, and for that I would like to congratulate you. Now, you might still be resting, but very soon this is going to all take off for you and you're going to be extremely successful. Known worldwide. I'm not even kidding. Okay? If not that, it's always whatever your intentions is. If you don't intend on being famous and known, maybe this is about you being the best cook in town, okay? But you are definitely well known for what you do. And many people want to hire you. You've got all these opportunities. Everyone wants to work with you in a year from now. You're completely transforming your energy 360 degrees from where you are now to where you are in a year. Everyone wants to work with you. Everyone wants to date you. Everyone wants to know what you're thinking. So, like, things are honestly, they couldn't be better in a year from now. And not every reading is like this. I want to highlight that. I want to point that out. So, I feel like there must be a reason why you are so drawn to this. Remember to take everything with a grain of salt. This was a general reading. I hope it resonated with you. And yeah, if you would like a personal reading, I can answer any kind of question you have. Check out the link in the description. I'm not sure if I'm going to have my personal readings open at this point where the video is released, but I am planning on doing so very soon. So check the description for availability. Thank you so much for staying here with me up until this point. Remember to subscribe if you're new, if you haven't. And yeah, you'll see whenever I post again very soon. Thanks so much. I'm out of words. This is what I wanted to say. I'm really glad to be back with you guys, and thank you.